this is Gerald Celente. It's Thursday, July 1st, 2021. And here are some of today's trends in the news. On the big news is Sunday, July 4th. We're having a Freedom, Peace, and Justice Festival, a celebration here at the Four Corners of Freedom, Kingston, New York, in the Crown Garden. It's a 1750s building with a beautiful garden behind it. And go to occupypeace.com, occupypeace.com for more of the information. Judge Andrew Napolitano is going to be here as a speaker. Lynette Zhang, Joe Bartlett, Don Miliband, and Smokey. And that's right, Smokey will be back with his great band. That's the cat that you hear the music that opens up trends in the news. Food, music, great speakers, and a celebration to unite for freedom and peace and justice. And I want to thank everyone that's been so generously donating and going to occupypeace.com, occupypeace.com, to make this happen, because you can't do it on your own, and the people that are donating are making it happen. So thank you very, very much. On to the news. What do we got? Well, S&P 500 hit sixth straight record. Dow adds 100 points as Wall Street kicks off second half. So there you got it. You keep hitting new highs. The rise of stocks is widespread, with energy stocks leading the way as West Texas Intermediate crude rose above $75 a barrel. That's for West Texas. But if you read yesterday's Financial Times, slowing energy prices lead to dip in Eurozone inflation. Inflation in the Eurozone has dipped for the first time in 9 months due to slow growth in prices of energy and services. You know what that is.
Bullshit.
You got it. There are the facts. You're looking at oil prices now over 2-year highs. And they're going to keep going up as we forecast it. So, gold. Gold didn't do so great. It's still hanging in there where it is. Neither is Bitcoin doing so great, but we're still bullish on gold. Fed forecasts to raise rates at least twice by 2024. So that's the deal. When interest rates go up, this economy crashes. It's artificially built up. Elevated inflation will compel the Federal Reserve to raise U.S. interest rates at least twice by the end of 2023, according to a new poll of leading academic economists for the Financial Times. U.S. house prices, record growth. U.S. house price growth accelerated in April at the fastest pace in more than 30 years. It goes on. Rising home prices have also alerted Federal Reserve officials. This week, the president of Boston's Federal Reserve said the U.S. cannot afford a boom and bust cycle that would threaten financial stability. You know what that is?
Bullshit.
You're the people that threaten financial stability with your zero interest rate policy, buying up junk bonds and mortgages that are artificially inflating this market. These are the shits that throw out their crap that they want us to swallow. Right in front of our eyes. Where are the markets going in real estate? Take a look at your Trends Journal. We've been nailing this to the point, one after another. It's in this week's Trends Journal, by the way, 140 pages. And again, freedom, peace, and justice, so don't forget that. And that's this weekend, starting at 2 o'clock, and we'll be live Zooming it too. You go to this channel and you'll be able to pick it up. Anyway, going back, yes, residential is going up. Private non-residential construction Office construction decreased 8.3% year over year. How long have we said that was going to happen? So yeah, it's going up in one sector, down in the other. Fed officials warn of boom-bust cycle in housing. Yep. We're telling you we don't see a boom-bust cycle. We'll tell you, we're saying where the boom is going to be, and we don't see the bust happening yet. And what's going to bring the bust down is when they raise interest rates to levels higher than what they're saying, by the way, in their forecasting. Investors dive into U.S. stocks as fastest rate since 2015, despite high valuations. Since February this year, U.S. equity funds have experienced a net of $189 billion of inflows, a significant push, said Cameron Brandt, Director of Research at EPFR, the company that compiled the data. Again, it's one rig game, and as long as they keep pumping cheap money into it, it keeps going up. But where is it going to go? What's the Fed going to do? Read your Trends Journal. Gregory Mannarino has been nailing this as well, and great articles about what the Fed's doing, what to expect, and what's next. China's economy flashes hints of softening. Expansion of China's factory sector slowed in June as export demand weakened, while supply bottlenecks hold back production. And now Morgan Stanley and Barclays are saying they're lowering China's full-year gross domestic product to below 9%. I guess they've been reading the Trends Journal, because we've been saying now, only since the beginning of the year, that China's GDP growth this year would be 8%. Yeah, and that's where we see it. Banks previously banned for antitrust breaches are selected for EU debt. JP Morgan, Credit Agricole, Deutsche Bank, Unicredit were among the 10 banks banned from taking part in an inaugural $20 billion sale of debt to fund the EU's $800 billion recovery fund earlier this month because of past breaches of antitrust rules. How about breaking the law? How about these bankster slimesters breaking the law any time that they want and they get a slap on the wrist? And then you put out the bullshit that you're not going to let them get involved in this deal. And then they were later reinstated after providing evidence, you ready for this, of remedial measures. That's a quote. Remedial measures they have taken with the European Commission, which handles debt issuance on behalf of the EU. Remedial measures. These criminals could do anything that they want, and they get away with it. Too big to fail, too big to jail. Yeah, to show you what slimers, lowlife, pieces of scum, crap, shitheads are in charge in a country near you, England waives quarantine for big businesses. Executives of large multinationals will be allowed to skip quarantine in England if they are deemed to be bringing significant economic benefit, according to government rules laid out. Laid out, yeah. Look at the shit that they pull. The bigs, it's only about the bigs. They've taken over in every way. It's okay for the multinationals to do what they want. It's okay. They're essential. They're essential. You're just a piece of shit. You are a plantation worker on Slavelandia. And talking about pieces of shit and why you subscribe to the Trends Journal, again, current events form future trends. This is what we do. We go through the news. We analyze it. We make our forecasts. We pick out what's essential. Because most of the crap they put out is just like this shit in today's toilet paper or record. They call this the business section. See the big picture over there? Here's the big picture. A Hong Kong teacher who encouraged participation in public life faces moral dilemma. Hey, fuckface, what does that have to do with business? Oh, nothing, Celente. We're just propagandists. Oh, Iran's disinformation targets Israel. Israel, United States, nobody else has disinformation. Hey, shitheads, what does this have to do with business? Nothing. That's why we're giving you a magazine. Nothing else like it in the world comes close. Nothing. History before it happens. Again, turn on your smartphone into fitness coach. All right? I'm not making this up. This is today's business section. How about bullshit here? Oh, this is an important one. Trustees at North Carolina grant tenure to journalist ending week-long dispute. Oh, that's business. That's bullshit. But not as bad as that. A vow to advance gender equality. Yeah, oh, great. Nothing to do with business. That's why you subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. The analysis that we're giving, nothing comes close to it. We've nailed this from cryptocurrencies. We're a little off on gold this year, but we've been hitting it, targeting it. And again, it's rigged. Right in front of our eyes, the JP Morgan Chase gang rigs it. They don't want precious metal prices to go up, and the scum keep pumping in cheap money to artificially prop up the markets. So moving on to the COVID War 2.0, a big story, a continuing story in the Trends Journal. Week after week, the COVID war. Get ready for 2.0. The Delta variant. Pandemic surges again, fueled by variants. All right? Delta variant leaves countries battling to save summer season. Delta, now dominant variant in U.S. Variant outpaces Australian contact traces. A limousine driver knowingly infected with a highly contagious COVID-19 Delta variant, and another man passed. They got like 30 cases. No one has died in Australia of the virus in 6 months. 25 million people, 910 dead, and they're locking down the joint. Again. So, they're locking down also Bangladesh. The variant. 166 million people, 14,000 dead. 14,000 dead in a year and a half. U.S. domination ending, Putin says. Russian President Vladimir Putin challenged U.S. leadership in world affairs on Wednesday, arguing that an era of U.S. hegemony has come to an end as he touted Moscow's growing military strength and increasingly assertive foreign policy. The world is changing dramatically, he said, and he's got it. America is no longer the dominant power in the world. Look at our top trends for 2021. What did we say? China, 2021. It's right there. You ready? Oh, Delta spreads in UK. Oh, but proves less lethal. We won't talk about that. Less lethal. Got it? China's rise is unstoppable. President Xi declared the country will not be lectured, and those trying to block its ascent will hit a great wall of steel, he said today. The Chinese people would never allow foreign forces to bully, oppress, or enslave us. Whoever nurses delusions of doing that will crack their heads and spill blood on the great wall of steel built from the flesh and blood of 1.4 billion Chinese people. All right? He trumpeted the party's success in tamping down COVID-19, reducing poverty, firmly quashing dissent in Hong Kong, as we said, in the former British colony. We said he would do this, and he's done it. With splashes of bellicose rhetoric, he dismissed challenges from abroad. Bellicose rhetoric. Telling people, look, if you fuck with me, you're fucked. We're not that Chinese anymore. We are going to be the world's largest economy. We've got 1.4 billion people, and we're not taking orders from an America that hasn't won a war since World War II. And we defeated them in the Korean War. So let's get this straight, everybody. It's a different China. We have more middle-class people by 100 million than America has as a nation, says Jinping. All right? Or Jinping, ping pong. She. She. Why? What about he? Will never accept insufferably arrogant lecturing from those master teachers, she said. Anyone who wants to try to divide the Chinese Communist Party from Chinese people will never get their way. A strong power needs a strong military, and only a strong military can bring a secure country, he said. On Taiwan, Xi said he wants to achieve complete reunification of the country and smash any efforts to grant the island independence from the mainland. A century ago, China was declining and withering away in the eyes of the world. Today, the image it presents to the world is one of a thriving nation that is advancing with unstoppable momentum toward rejuvenation, thanks to low-life pieces of scum shit like Joe Biden, like Bill Clinton, that brought China into the World Trade Organization, that robbed us of our manufacturing jobs, the scum manufacturers of Europe and the United States that brought all their high-tech and heavy industry to China when they couldn't make shit. And now they own it. But they had to make money. It's only the bottom line for those with gutless, bottomless hearts. And that's what he's saying. The West, you look at China's GDP before they came into the World Trade Organization, it was like a flat line and then skyrocketed straight up. China's 2-century goals are to build a moderately prosperous society in all respects by 2021 and build a modern socialist country that is prosperous, strong, democratic, culturally advanced, and harmonious. Yep. The party and the Chinese people will keep moving confidently forward in broad strides along the path that we have chosen for ourselves. We will make sure the destiny of China's development and progress remains firmly within our hands. And the commies got to uphold leadership in the party. The party was chosen by history and the people. Look at the bullshit, huh? We're taught to hate the Chinese communists, and all the manufacturers bring everything over there. How about the Vietnam War? My generation. Only 58,000 of my generation died fighting the war. Over 3 million Vietnamese died. Got to stop them commies until you start doing business with them, and now we're doing big business with Vietnam. And I'm not saying not to. I'm saying that's the sellout. I'm saying put back the trade barriers that used to exist before as an American and become a self-sustaining economy like China's doing. And here shows you the stupidity of the people running America and Japan. U.S. and Japan conduct war games amid China tension over Taiwan. This is the day before Xi gives that talk. The United States and Japan have been conducting war games. Isn't that a nice name? How fucking stupid can you be? A war game. It's not a game, scumbags. It's murder in sight. War games, wasting our money. Look at these stupid ships sailing along. Generals are always fighting the last war. I was a keynote speaker at Virginia Military Institute talking about New Millennium Warfare when I wrote my book, Trends 2000. They don't have a clue. Look at this shit. Look at the wasted money. And look at the tensions rising. When all else fails, they take you to war. U.S. general warns of civil war gripping Afghanistan after exit. The commander of the U.S.-led mission in Afghanistan. What mission? A murderous war brought to you by a low-life scumbag, little daddy's boy with balls smaller than a mothball, little Georgie Bush. Oh, remember he invaded Iraq because he doesn't like bullies. He couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Oh, mission accomplished. Hey, dickheads, what happened? Where's your mission accomplished? And you're talking about China? Oh, tribunal convicts 2 former Serbian officials of crimes in Balkan wars. Look at this big story. How about that Rumsfeld that just died? How come he was never convicted? Along with Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, George Bush, penis Dick Cheney, for starting wars based on lies. Oh, but this is big news. Oh, no, hey, we're number one. We're the essentials. Again, I'm fighting. I'm fighting for freedom, peace, and justice. I will not take orders from these scumbags. Maybe you will, but not if you tune in here. Oh, tune out if you don't like it. Again, come to our rally. Sunday, freedom, peace, and justice. Starting at 2 o'clock, food, drink, live music. Yep. Smokey Hormel, Don Miller Band, Judge Andrew Napolitano, Lynette Zhang, all right? It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Come and donate, please, to OccupyPeace.com because we're fighting. And to show you the stupidity that we're fighting, election board sows confusion in New York mayor's race. The New York City mayor's race plunged into chaos on Tuesday night when the City Board of Elections released a new tally of votes in the Democratic mayoral primary and then several hours later removed the tabulations from its website after citing, quote, a discrepancy, end quote. They wouldn't say what it was for a long time. These are the stupid shitheads that are running the show. This is the 21st century, and these fucking morons can't count votes. Oh, you think they rigged the Trump election? I do, and I'm no fan of Trump. I know what scum are in charge. I was the assistant to the Secretary of the New York State Senate at 26 years old. I've been there. And to show you the scum running the world and how the people are fed up with it, old parties triumph in French region. Center-right and left-wing politicians won convincing victories in the final round of France's regional elections on Sunday. Blah, 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 blah. You ready? An election marked by a record low turnout of 35%. 35%. The people who voted, it looks like the ones only from the parties. It's corrupt from top to bottom in a country near you. It's disgusting what's going on. In America, it's going down big, it's going down hard, and it's going down fast. And the Chinese know it. And that's why I'm holding 4th of July rally. I'm an American. I respect other nations to do what they want. Don't tell me what to do. I respect the founding fathers that said no foreign entanglements like George Washington. And I got little scumbag, shithead, fuckface, little Georgie Bush. Look at dumb enough to believe Bush's wars. Dumb enough to believe the COVID war. Look at that little dick. Look at him. These are the people running our lives and ruining it. I'm fighting for peace and freedom. We have no business in other people's business. This country's going down. Put the money, reinvest it in America, but you'll only give it to the bigs, just like the scumbags are doing in the UK by letting the billionaires and multimillionaires in. But you got to get vaccinated. You got to get quarantined. You got to take orders from a little shithead from Boris Johnson in a country near you. This is Gerald Celente. That's some of today's trends in the news. And remember, Sunday, 2 o'clock on the Four Corners of Freedom, Kingston, New York. Please be here, and please donate to OccupyPeace.com. I'm an ambassador to the Prince of Peace. See you Saturday. Nope, see you Sunday. Sunday. See you then. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens from the world leader in trend forecasting.